Hey class, so I wanted to go through these notes really quick just to help explain a little bit about lesson 5.1. This, I'll just do a quick flash. This first page and the second page, that's actually just a review from Math 2, a lesson I did in Math 2, and you may have seen it with your previous teacher, you may not have, but that was why I decided to attach it to this because it was relevant to the lesson 5.2. So as you can see here, it's just talking about parallel lines and a transversal. Transversal is just a line that cuts through the parallel lines. That relates to the parallelograms because if I were to extend these sides here and here, and extend this line, you can see how we end up having parallel lines and a transversal cutting through it here and here. Or you could look at it this way and say, oh, we got parallel lines going that way and a transversal cutting through it. And so that's how it relates to this lesson here. That first section, it was just naming the types of angles, the relationship that they have and how to name them. A linear pair, that's when they're kind of side by side like this, like angles, it says angles 5 and 6. 5 and 6 are a linear pair, but so are 8 and 7, 4 and 3, 1 and 2. And then the other type of name you might see is just simply supplementary angles, but usually it's called a linear pair. Any angles that add up to equal 180 degrees are a linear pair. This symbol right here represents congruent. Basically, it means that the angles are the same exact measure. All right, so 1 and 3, see how they're like opposite angles of each other? They have the same vertex, but they face opposite directions. 1 goes that way, 3 this way. 2 and 4 are also vertical. 5 and 7, 8 and 6, they're all vertical. Corresponding angles, they just kind of face out in the same direction. Like this one's here on, angles, let's see, what did I say, 2 and 6? Angle 6 is right here on parallel line N, and it faces like up and to the right, where angle 2 is also facing up and to the right. And so those are corresponding. 1 and 5 would be corresponding. 3 and 7, 4 and 8, they're all corresponding. Alternate is when it kind of hops sides of the transversal. So here you're looking at 2 and 8. Notice that 2 is on the right, 8 is on the left of the transversal. But since they are outside of the parallel lines, that's why they're called exterior. When they're inside of the parallel lines, that's when we call them interior. Notice that 3 and 5 are on opposite sides, but they are inside of the parallel lines. Okay. I wanted to make the note here, a little star. Same side interior. So we're talking about 3 and 6 or 4 and 5. They can also be known as consecutive angles.